So congratulations on Heretic. I thought it was wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I was curious, given the subject matter, did either of you have any sort of personal history with religion or theology that maybe you found connected to this story at all? Maybe helped with, your shooting the movie?
Yeah, I grew up Mormon, but left the church a while ago and consider myself agnostic and open to a lot of questions. And like when I was a teenager, I was reading a lot of like existentialism and felt a lot of existential dread. So reading this script was just like it resonated very deeply and brought me back to that headspace. But then also like circling back to the Mormonism was something easier to tap into.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I grew up Mormon as well. Had a lot of friends go on missions. My brother went to Japan.
My dad went to Japan.
Yeah, and her dad went to Japan. So crazy. So I mean, I was careful with, or I felt like precious about the character and what the movie was saying. But I think like me personally, I think it does such a great job exploring all sides and not really telling you what you should believe. And I think I realized as the movie was going on and now that's out, I'm like, I have a lot of respect for Paxton's strength in what she believes, because I think, she's firm in, ignorance is bliss. And it's, that's I think there's strength in that,
Yeah, for sure. That totally makes sense. And this is a wonderful addition to the horror genre. I was curious, do you have any favorite scary movies from over the years?
I have so many. Over the years, I love Audition.
Yeah,
I feel like we talked about that.
That's so fun.
Audition. I grew up, this isn't a movie, but I grew up in the Silent Hill games. And the movies aren't quite as good. But anything in that world I love. 20 Days Later. What was that? Talk to Me. Is that what it was called? The Hand? Oh my God, that scarred me.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Yeah.
That took a lot to learn.
That took a lot, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other recent.
But those are some good ones.
Yeah, there's. Oh, sorry, I took.
Well, yeah, same. I mean, I've always loved The Shining, just classic. But I like some of the weird kind of like I love House.
I love House.
House is just so fun and so ridiculous, and it's not like actually scary.
serious,
It's like it's fun. And Phantom of the Paradise isn't a horror at all, but I always watch it every Halloween, and it's one of my favorite.
Yeah, those are some good ones.
Yeah.
And Chloe, I also wanted to ask, your upcoming movie, A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey, it has such a great cast in addition to yourself. I was curious. I was curious who you mainly worked with, if you're able to share, and what the film will be like, because it looks great.
What can I say? I don't know. I worked a lot with Colin, and he is one of the most wonderful actors I've ever worked with. He's so inspiring and just kind of showed up on set every day like with the mentality and energy like, we love making movies. And I was like, I know, it's so awesome. He just had so much good energy, and he's awesome.
Well, it's great. I can't wait to see it. And Sophie, I also wanted to ask, I was reading what you said about your new EP as a wonderful musician, and what you're sort of coping with and making it. And I was curious if any of that was tied to making Heretic. It's such an intense movie, or maybe just making intense things in general, like Yellow Jackets and all that.
I think I naturally tend to go towards darker things, and even music-wise and artistic-wise, and the movies that I'm drawn to, it feels like a release to kind of just let go and be emotional for a second, and then go to something really light. I tend to go either really light and trashy, or really dark and inwards. But yeah, the EP was not it's about the trauma of Heretic. No, I'm kidding. Not at all. It was kind of, there were some religious aspects of it, and growing up with religious guilt. I think that was kind of a common theme in it.
Cool. Yeah, well, makes sense. Well, congratulations again, and I can't wait for everyone else to see Heretic.
Thank
so,
you.
Nice to meet you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.